could this movie be canceled? Could this movie be censored? Because think about it. This movie is full of racial slurs. This movie is full of like sexism and racism and all that. I mean, obviously, the idea is to depict it as it occurred. But we're in a place now where Disney features a notification before you watch a movie that says, this movie contains offensive images. And it's like a movie from the 1950s, which is, you know, we'll be fine. We've made it this far. We're not going to watch, you know, The Jungle Book and start hunting down natives or something. Like, relax. The guy's not even native. Whatever. We're canceled. But anyway, the point is that I just think that, can we watch this movie? How did you find watching this movie? Because I cringed a little bit. Like, every time it would get to these parts that where there was so many, like, racial slurs, and it was like, I know that it's on purpose, but it's an interesting thing because we are in this point of our culture where it actually makes us uncomfortable to know that these things even existed, to the point that it's like weird for us to watch them, and we want to put like news disclaimers before. I think it's a sign of weakness personally, because we should be able to know that, yeah, that's how people spoke during that time, and yeah, there was like the part where they have the girl that's like, me love you long time, like that whole thing. That's very offensive by today's standards. But the thing is, it happened. It happened. So what do we do here? Do we say, don't show that thing that absolutely happened because I don't like it and it's bad? Or do we return to a point, because it already happened, where we can watch movies like this and say, yep, that's how it was.
What are you asking me? That I'm afraid that the Full Metal Jacket's gonna be canceled? Here's the thing. No, I'm not afraid of that. And no, I'm an adult. What am I? I'm watching a movie and the words are making me feel uncomfortable. No, of course not. I'm a fucking adult. Anyone who thinks it's a child.
I know.
So
but
I don't know what to tell you anymore.
There are so many children that are in charge of everything now.
I'm no longer going to humor that. If you want to be an adult, watch a film. It's got an R rating. If you feel like your mind is under 17 years old, then go home. I don't know what to tell you anymore. I'm not
fun
like,
of
what do you want me to do?
I'm an
Like, yes.
asshole. But then you do the same thing. You say go home.
No, it's not being an asshole. It's being an adult human being. I'm not going to, the thing that annoys me is worrying about someone's feelings on Twitter that I don't know. I don't care. This needs to stop. Even the entering into the dialogue with people like that is letting them win. Would I have a debate with a baby? Would I sit on stage and talk reasonably to a baby? No, of course not. No, I'm not going to do that. And would I have to like defend why I won't have dialogue with that person? No, I'm not. It's done. I'm not. I don't. Yeah, Disney wants to put warnings. I don't give a fuck. They don't. It's not like they make anything good. All they do is they used to.
No. Now they make propaganda where it's like women can do anything. The story is boring.
They also, because they're a gigantic corporation,
go there.
They also go where it's a fact. Yeah, they censor things that are offensive to communist Chinese interests to make money. Yes. These people are not worthy of debate.
The problem is that
I don't. There is no problem. It's silly.
I agree with you. You say this, but then there is. I think the problem is that. So remember when there was like the moral majority, and it was the religious right that was trying to get video games and movies and music censored and taken down and placed with ratings and taken out of shop windows so that children walking by wouldn't see it and things like that. And
yeah, I do remember because I'm old enough to remember, and that's why right now, and I opposed that then, and I oppose these other fools now.
But
it doesn't matter to me what side of the political spectrum they're on. It does not matter to me. Because I have a principle. The principle is free speech.
Yes, I agree.
hold to that
That's
principle,
how it is
regardless.
For me too.
Good.
But here's the problem: is that the moral majority and the religious right were boring. They did not have the cultural power. So
No.
we have.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Now you're getting me all worked up. These people are boring too. How many more lectures do you want to hear about if the Jungle Book is racist? Is that interesting to you? Are you interested in that? Do you want to have an interesting dialogue on Twitter about that? No. They're boring. They're just as boring as these
I agree.
crazy
I mean, we're all
Baptist
saying
people
the
that were
same thing.
Yeah. It has to stop. It
But
can't be.
there's a weird thing here because it's coming out of the cultural elite. It's coming out of the universities. It's coming out of the arts. These are the art students that are now saying all this stuff. So it's like it holds a different degree of sway in the culture when the people that are supposed to be at the forefront of the culture are the ones trying to censor it and hold it back. Now, here's the thing. A new culture emerges. That's what this offensive ass podcast is. If I may say so myself, this is what true artists do. They say what the fuck they want and they critique shit and they don't cow and bow towards any one giant narrative or ideology. I mean, that's what true artists always have done. They are at the front of things. They are inherently offensive because they are ahead of the culture. So, I mean, if you get into a place where the people that were once the arbiters of culture and the people that hold the credentials as being the arbiters of culture, they are the professors, they are the MFA students, they are the editors at publications. These are the people that are telling you now what culture should be. But by its very nature, anyone that tells you what culture should be and is trying to block and censor and denigrate everything into something that is offensive, well, they've lost the claim to being any type of cultural heavyweight. I mean, at that point, you are in the same boat as the moral majority and the religious right, and you guys can have fun censoring Metallica and then taking turns censoring the Jungle Book together. Enjoy.